In 2025, we got a new president. Literally was sworn in the day we are recording this. But a couple of days ago, on Saturday, he had his inauguration ball. You know, I'm talking about Donald Trump, if you're unaware. He had his inauguration ball, and it was a little backlash from a couple of people that showed up for it. So the last time he won, he had low pump. Lil Pump was there. I believe he called him Lil Peep. I think Kodak Black came out for him during his rally. And again, no disrespect to those gentlemen, but they're not top, you know, A-list, you know, black celebrities or rappers anyway that we really like. Oh, but this year he got, you know, Nelly, Rick Ross. I believe Kodak Black was back again. And one of the biggest ones that made the headlines first was Snoop Dogg, who is probably, you know, arguably the most famous person in the world. Okay, this man does shows with with Martha Stewart. He's at the Olympics being an ambassador. He's in T-Mobile commercials with Kai Cenat. So this man, it really doesn't get much bigger than him. But the biggest thing about the fact that he was there was the fact that Trump's last, you know, presidential campaign inauguration, he said,
"So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck out one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it. Which one of you niggas gonna do it first? I'll be the one that performs for himself."
Funny enough, he was there now.
About noon, just thought that I had to be in Compton soon. Come on, take before the day begins, before my mother starts bitching about my friends to go and damn young niggas at the pad throwing up gang signs.
So what should we call you, Snoop? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to get you guys' thoughts on that as well first. So John, talk to me. Did you go to the inauguration or the ball? Were you there?
I didn't. I had to work both Saturday and I had to work today, so I couldn't make either one, unfortunately. But yeah. So I don't know. A lot of people, a lot of celebs that were anti-Trump the first run were pro-Trump this run. I think that a lot of celebrities benefited off of Trump's run in the first place. So I think a lot of were more likely to jump on that train in the first place. I wasn't surprised overall. With Snoop, I was surprised. Just I nothing I've seen like when they met I was like, what? Like, all right, well I guess that's all right. But I'm pretty sure there's financial gains in there, so you know, it gotta be something. Especially Snoop. Snoop gets the bag. He definitely gets the bag.
Right.
The other celebrities, I mean, I would argue the other celebrities are at their decline. Like no one's looking for Nelly. Rick Ross definitely fell off. So it's like Snoop is probably the biggest one in there. But not musically, but overall as a star. Cause I do agree with you. Like, I don't think people realize how big of an icon Snoop is. Like, he's world renowned. Like, people know who Snoop is everywhere. Mm-hmm. Like, he's world renowned.
Yeah. Jared, what's your thoughts on that?
It was the edibles. I think Kendrick said it best. I think Kendrick kind of put Snoop out there like that. Like, you know, Snoop, the first run around, you know, I think that would be his only caveat is saying, well, I wasn't the first. And in my statement, I said, who's the first one that's going to be there? He called people jiggle. But that, I mean, he can say, I wasn't the first. So he can go on to now, 4 years later. Snoop is, in his own way, his own politician. You know, like he says a lot of things, but he tries to kiss babies and try to unite in his own little way. So, Snoop doesn't do anything, because even, I mean, not even jumping into a later conversation, but even the stuff with Drake, it's like, Snoop kind of panders around a little bit, and we really give him a pass because he's Snoop. So even in this kind of aspect of performing at this concert, it shouldn't be shocking. It really shouldn't be shocking. he can say those comments 4 years ago, and as Kendrick said, I pray it wasn't edibles, because I don't remember saying half of the stuff that I said. But even if I did say it, hey, I'm trying to unite the world and so forth, allegedly. So, Snoop is his own celebrity, he's his own politician, and it's kind of just goes to what Snoop is nowadays. He's kind of caps around. So it's unfortunate to see. And I don't really care what side you go for, left, right, blue, red, whoever. But you say one thing, stand on it. And as a gangster, as somebody who's lived a gangster life and so forth, you should honor your own word. So, if anything, retract what you were saying and then do something. But that ain't what happened. So,
and I think that's the biggest thing with Snoop, because doing it, going to the ball, performing whatever, that's one thing. But I think the biggest issue with him was his stance on it prior, and how adamant he was. Oh, if you do it, you're an Uncle Tom. I want to see who's gonna show up and tap dance for massive. You know what I'm saying? The way he worded it was like, and now you're here. And we haven't had a statement since. He hasn't said anything why he did it, or no, it's different, you don't understand, or what I'm saying? He hasn't really addressed it yet. So that's the funniest thing about it. It's been about 3 days now, you're on the clock. Nelly had an actual interesting stance.
I thought you was riding with me because I put on for my city and I try to bring my city up every step of the way. I did not know you was riding with me because you thought I would ride for who you voted for. I didn't know that. I apologize. I apologize. I didn't know that I had to agree with your political choices, and I thought it was the things that you do, not the things that you say should be done. If you follow what I do, this shouldn't even be an argument. He's the president. He won. This isn't a campaign. This isn't an RNC. I'm not out on the political campaign. Now, I'm not saying that he ain't got some fucked up ways. That's not what I'm saying at all. That's why I'm not telling you who to vote for. But what I'm saying is that he's the president of the United States. He's not the candidate for the United States. He's the president. He won.
It makes sense. I can't argue with that stance. Now, do I believe the money didn't really, was it a bag involved that really was the reason to persuade him a little bit? Yeah. But, yeah, a lot of people get caught up in my guy, this side, left wing, right wing, we, us, red, blue. And it's like, at the end of the day, this man won. He's the president right now. And like Chappelle said at the end of his monologue on SNL, our lives are at stake. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, get over who won, whatever side you was on. But right now, this man, so, I don't know if y'all saw Nelly's video. Did you see that? Tiff, you saw, what was your, welcome to the show, by the way. You popped in a little bit.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on Nelly's reasoning for going to the inauguration ball?
I mean, at the end of the day, he's going to justify his reasoning for all of that. My only issue is with Snoop and all of them doing it is how they blacklisted Chrisette Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
That is my major issue because as a community, they tore her down. Like they pretty much blacklisted her. And whether, she got booked for it or whatever. I mean, Snoop trying to say he got booked for the crypto party. It really wasn't even for the inauguration or whatever. But I mean, Nelly just had a kid and maybe them little Ja Rule tours ain't really cutting it. So he wanted the little bigger check. You know what I'm saying? Whether who's in office or not, I feel like, and I saw something that said Nelly and Snoop have a bigger audience, I guess, compared to Chrisette Michelle, which I think is so unfair because it's going back to the thing of like equal pay versus men versus women, and it should never be at that. At the end of the day, like if you want to look at it as like, okay, we're just going to be hopeful who's in office, then don't beat down a woman because she took a check because they asked her to show up and sing, doing what she's doing. Like she's paid to sing no matter where she's going to sing at. You know what I'm saying? That's her job. So it's like now you got Snoop and whoever else showing up to the thing under Trump. It's like keep that same energy. That's my only issue with all this. Like keep the same energy, but Snoop is never going to turn down a check. We all know that.
That's a
That man
fact.
appears and pops up damn near everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, listen, I think Martha Stewart been connected to Trump because of the shows, the reality shows, and everything like that. So, at some point, you know, Snoop was going to slide in there some way, somehow, or be asked to, because Trump, even though as racist as he shows he was last time, he's still trying to pull in the black card. You know what I'm saying? He's still trying to get the minorities on his side by pulling certain people. And he knows both parties, white and black or whoever, we all love Snoop. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's trying to like mend the ice. Nelly, not so much. I mean, it's Nelly. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can you say it's about Nelly? Like, he's performing the same hits he's been doing since 2000. You know what I'm saying? So he got a new baby. Best of luck to him, whatever. But it's just the whole thing. If like y'all gonna keep that energy for Chrisette Michele, y'all need to figure out how y'all gonna move or forgive her and bring her back. You know what I'm saying? Like show her love, run her album sales up or something. You know what I'm saying? That's like my only issue with this. So
Yeah, no, I agree, and I was gonna bring up Chrisette, so I'm glad you did, because yes, she was at the last inauguration for Trump, and everybody went in on her, and again, because Snoop kind of set it off, who's gonna be there, and he pointed out, and then when she was the one that was there, everybody was like, get her, because Snoop said so, kind of. You know what I'm saying? And because of their people's feelings and emotions about Trump and stuff. And we have not seen Chrisette Michele since. You know what I mean? We will see Snoop everywhere again at some point. And like you said too, like, you know, the energy should be the same. You know what I mean? The effect of it should be the same. People, you know, and the energy should have been the same with Snoop. You know what I mean? So I'm waiting for him to even respond and say why he chose to do it this time. I'm curious to see what his reasoning is going to be. Again, we all know it's the bag.
I don't feel like we're gonna get it because like I said, I think his publicist or somebody said something on the lines of like, well, it wasn't officially like under Trump, it was just the crypto party. But at the end of the day, like I said, if y'all gonna disregard, you know, all of that and keep rocking with Snoop and Nelly or whatsoever, like I said, we need to go back and just run up Chrisette Michelle's like singles, albums, whatever. We need to bring her back because this is what's problem with the world. Like, why is it justified for the guys, but y'all want to beat down on the women? You know what I'm saying? So it's like it just don't make sense. Like she was a phenomenal artist, super talented, and she got blacklisted just because she was paid to do her job. Like to me, that's crazy. Y'all wanna and even when Trump was in office, he was screaming like, "Oh, I love black people." Last time, and people were kind of for it until the whole racist side came out, and he was like pulling that card out, and then it was like all hell broke loose. But that's what I'm saying. Like something need to give. If y'all gonna keep rocking with Snoop and Nelly, y'all need to go back and like, you know, pull Chrisette Michele out the dead, like bring her back to life.
I mean, listen, if she drops something new, it'd be a perfect time right now. She will, you know, get
I
on
mean,
it.
if Nelly is performing all his 2000 hits, we can go back and bring Chrisette Michele back from the
True,
dead. Like we could go
true,
ahead and run her old albums and like, you know what I'm saying?
true.
As a matter of fact, drop her the oldest album that she had. Put it in the link in this whole thing so that
I
people
got
could
you.
go stream it.
Put the list of her
Yeah,
albums and
Yeah, you know what
singles
I'm
and things
saying?
you
Like,
could
yeah, bring
go
it to her
go play
artist
that.
page. Yeah,
she
why
needs to
not?
release a diss album. That's what she
What
Why
needs.
you
She,
say,
not?
she needs
Derek?
a diss track. I said she need to release a diss track on Snoop.
Listen,
That's what
Okay, and Nelly. And
she
Nelly.
needed. No, but mainly because Snoop was the one that said it.
I,
Nelly did it. At least one on
listen,
Snoop.
either way. If Roseanne Barr could come out with a diss track or all that, go ahead.
listen.
Somebody write something for Chrisette Michele, man.
Man, listen. I saw that Roseanne video and I couldn't
Oh,
watch it. I couldn't watch it. She had the cornrows and I was just like, I'm not even. I'm not. I'm not. But I did notice too. Snoop. I think they said his DJ didn't want to perform with him, so he was like his own DJ. So he's standing there at the turntable with the mic, and he's doing his own mix and singing this. He was doing deep cover. He did him and Dre's verse. It was like, man, you couldn't get a hype man. Was it nobody gonna come with you? that should have told you something. Like that should have told you because you look stupid. Like bigger than any way you feel about Trump, Snoop looks dumb for having that stance before and then backpedaling now. Like Trump aside, you look stupid for, you know what I'm saying? You look hypocritical and you look dumb. And
what we need a sound thing. What was it, like Donkey of the Day? We need something that's on here.
we need
we need something for that.
something.
Yeah.
We gotta think of
Yeah.
something.
We need something like that.
What was the dude in the South? It was like,
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
but yeah,
We need to run that. We need a stance on that. Something on here about being a dummy. Yeah.
Unofficially, Snoop is the first one for that. Whatever we're gonna call it, we're gonna make that segment. Snoop we gonna double back on it. Snoop is the first one. He because that's the biggest thing about it. Like I said, we're not even gonna get into the politics of it, but you flip flopping. That's the biggest thing to me. Shout out to CashApp Michelle. We gonna make something happen for you.
We gonna bring you back, baby. Don't worry. We gonna run the numbers up. We gonna stream it up, baby.
You know what I'm saying? But